Cronin Toyota and Cronin Nissan are honored to partner with Proudly We Served, as well as the continued support of our local active and retired military veterans across eastern Indiana.
I'm Bledsoe, VFW Post 1108.
I'm Ron Chappell, chaplain at Vietnam Veterans Association 777 here in the beautiful city of Richmond, and co-host here with Al at Proudly We Served.
And we're here today at Cronin Toyota-Nissan, and we're exploring the people that work here till you'll know who you're getting to if you need some problems answered or if you need some questions answered. Again, our background here today is the flags. That's a flag of all the wars, the people that served in those wars, and to my knowledge, we have everything up to date. So with that being said, we're going to go right to our first guest. And do you want to introduce yourself, Kincaid, and what you do?
Yeah, my name's Kaleb Kincaid. I'm one of the business managers out here. One of my main responsibilities is taking care of our customers and also our veterans. Being one of the business managers, it allows me to protect our veterans in a service matter. We can ensure that any veteran that walks through our doors will never have a service bill more than $50 due to some being on a fixed income. And also we do have special financing programs available that allow additional money off for veterans or people that have served. That kind of sums up what I do here at Cronin. I've been here about 5 or 6 years. And
Okay. Bob?
Bob, my name is Bob Hayes. I'm the service manager here at Cronin Toyota-Nissan. And again, like Kaleb, I'm here to serve, and we love taking care of our veterans and making sure that you get a fair and honest service and at a discounted price, and we appreciate your service. And we just want to serve this community and make sure that people's Toyotas and Nissans keep running up to par. And if you have any problems in service or problems with your car, again, my name's Bob Hayes. Please reach out to me and I'll do everything in my power to see that you're happy with your service.
Yeah, it blows my mind that you guys, you have a veterans preferred finance program or whatever, and then $50 if my car breaks down. Correct. I was talking to the other guys, so if I'm wherever and my car breaks down, it falls apart, motor drops out and all that, and I get it hauled in. By the way, would you come and get it?
we will come and get it. You have a 24/7 roadside assistance that will take care of you, any ASC certified technician in the country. So it doesn't matter where you're at. You'll only be responsible for a $50 deductible, and that goes anywhere from all your electrical, mechanical needs. So
that is awesome. That just blows my mind, man. Gee, I mean, most of these places cost you $50 just to go and talk to them about your car. You know? Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Well, I think Cronin is, to me, they're a little more friendly in the veteran community, maybe. I know Bob's got a good friend that's actually a military person, but Bob runs the service department, and let me just give you a little history on him myself. Bob runs the service department, and for what he does, boy, he takes it pretty good. I mean, because the service department, if you're going to have any kind of issues, that's where they're going to come up. Mm-hmm. That's when a guy like him is important to this dealership, because his temperament is that he can take care of people like that without a problem. So I'm going to let you talk. I've done all I'm going to say about you. So do you want to tell us exactly what you do now?
Well, I run the service department. I just make sure that people get a fair and honest repair, and so I dispatch work in the shop and oversee all the work that's done in the shop to make sure it's a quality repair and that your car is fixed right the first time. I don't know if you want any history on me, but I grew up in this area. I was born back in '63, and have a lot of uncles who served in the military. Unfortunately, I'm not a veteran. One of the regrets I have in life, but so I grew up in Economy, a little town just north of town here, and been in the area my whole life, and I just trying to make the shop better, trying to.
Yeah, yeah. You know, when you hear the term service manager,
Go ahead.
well, you know, for us military persons, we hear the word service, we're thinking maybe if we go talk to you, we're going to have to re-enlist. You know? So, all right, bad joke. Anyway.
No, we service your vehicles and
Service
repair
the
your vehicles.
Right. Okay.
To what degree do you have in order to be a service manager? Where do you have to be with that?
Well, I have a degree in the School of Hard Knocks, Al.
Yeah, okay.
So I started out this business back in '82 as a technician. So I became a Nissan Master Technician and an ASE Certified Master Technician. I've been in a shop and a dealership since 1982 and worked at several dealerships around. My most recent one was Indianapolis, where I got 26 years of experience in the service department at that one job. And then here, I actually started in the service department as a shop foreman and dispatcher, just to make sure that the work was flowed through the shop and keep things moving and make our promise times and look after the quality control. Since that time, they've trained me to move into the service manager's job. I'm still in training, as a matter of fact, but the training comes through experienced people that work here at Cronin who've helped to train me, and Toyota and Nissan both have a pretty extensive training program that's done virtually and through Zoom calls and classes. And yeah, I like to say I'm on the Earn as You Learn program because I am relatively new as a service manager.
So you worked at other places, both. Did you work at another place too?
So I started at Cronin when I was 18 years old, fresh out of high school. I made the decision not to go to college, and I saw an ad on Indeed one day, like many people my age, just kind of surf your phones, you know, looking for an opportunity. So I found the job as a product specialist, which is, you know, like a sales consultant. So I started here fresh out of high school, and I've been here 6 years now. I sold cars for 4 years, worked my way up, and I was blessed with the opportunity to become a finance manager. So I've been a finance manager the last 2 years, and Cronin's really given me every opportunity to help learn and grow as a man, as a profession. So really, I like to say, you know, this place is all I know, basically, you know.
You know, I kind of get that feeling from the folks that I talk to, that this place really has a special aura, you know, and kind of encouraging environment, you know, learning, supportive environment that makes you, like some of the other guys said, makes you want to come to work, you know. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Well, most of the people that work here are young guys. I mean, we got a few young gals that work here, but primarily the staff out here is all men. I think we do have 2 or 3 women that work that do a good job also, but they're also young.
Yeah.
So Cronin kind of promotes that a little bit. I think they want to try to get a guy when he's young, and then, if you will, it's Cronin's way. They don't have to worry about what they were taught someplace else.
I would say the biggest thing about Cronin, or the biggest thing I notice, is the culture, you know, and you brought up a good point. All of us here, especially up front in the sales end of things, we're all younger, you know, and we all went to high school together, so the chemistry was already there for us. We didn't have to learn and kind of get to know each other. We already knew how to work together as a team and how to get certain tasks done. So for us, it's just, you know, we all started here when we were younger, and we've kind of grown as men and as women, you know, and as people in our profession. And you know, I would say the biggest thing for us when you come here as a customer, the biggest thing you'll notice is we have a very strong culture, and we're very willing to just really go the extra mile. You know, the biggest thing for us being non-commission based is we're always eager to fight for your business and make sure that you are happy as a customer, because the dollar amounts never matter to us. You know, we want to make sure at the end of the day that not just Al buys a cars here, but Al's daughter, his kids, you know, everyone in his family would look to Cronin Automotive to buy a vehicle.
Yeah, and that's kind of, you know, and like I've said, and I'm kind of transparent with that if Cronin was not a good dealership, or if they didn't have a high standard when it comes to sales and service, I probably would not be here. But then when we got involved with the Cronin Cares aspect of Cronin, where again, that a portion of every car that's sold here goes to promoting the veteran community. I think we're involved in Healthy Animals, Communities in School, Circle U Health, or Circle U, the food center. So we're kind of involved in all those places. And it's all because of men that are sitting here. A portion of all that stuff goes to a bottom line of it's, and then it's dispersed out every month. So
That's awesome, man.
And that's really been a big part of what Cronin does. And of course, the veteran community especially, I monitor that pretty close.
And to piggyback on what Al said, there's a certain portion of a car deal that goes back into our community. So part of our Cronin Cares program is anytime a vehicle is purchased with us, there's a certain portion of that money that goes directly back into our community off of every unit that is purchased, which, like Al said, allows us to donate to the veterans. It allows us to donate to local animal shelters, communities and schools, kids in need. And this may be a little extra, but we did a pretty big relief for the Randolph County tornado, specifically the people in Winchester who were affected. And that was a little outside of the Cronin Cares program, but it just all ties back into we're very community oriented here. If you're not from Richmond, one thing you'll notice is whether you think so or not, it is a very tight-knit community. There are people are very, the culture is very strong. When you're in Richmond. And I would say Cronin would be a pinnacle of that. We make sure that our community is taken care of in any way that we can make a difference in our community. We will definitely put our foot forward to do that.
I'll tell you what, it's encouraging to me, and the fact that you guys support this program. And like I said on the previous program, Al and I, we don't receive any money for doing this. This is our community service. But you guys, what you do, help to make it go, because the TV station has to have money to be able to broadcast and all that, and so Cronin gives into that. So I'm really excited about what you guys do here. And the aura, as I mentioned before, the atmosphere here is just awesome. And to look at what you do in terms of supporting veterans, and I mentioned you will not find this anywhere else, at least not that I know of. I've been a lot of places, and I've not seen this kind, not in a commercial entity, commercial enterprise. Not happening. But so that's good. That's good.
I agree, and Al is, I would say, almost at the pinnacle of our community. A lot of this stuff, a lot of the wheels turn here because Al puts the ball in motion, if you'd like to say. I would say Al's responsible for probably 99.9% of a lot of the stuff that we do, but us being younger, it's our job, as Al, keeps going on and evolving through what he does, it's our job as, us younger folk to take the baton. So it's something that hopefully here in the next 10, 15, 20 years, maybe when Al can't get out and do the certain things he does now, then that would leave it on our plate to take it upon ourselves to take care of that in our community. So
he'll crawl out. He'll crawl out.
That's another thing we've been doing.
I think maybe we ought to shut down this portion of the program till we can start the second phase of this. Huh?
Gone that fast, wow.
Yeah. So we're back at Cronin again, and we're going to continue on. And before we get started, I want to have Marshall clarify a point that was made on our last program.
Okay, just quickly, like Kaleb briefly touched the $50 and the roadside assistance. Those things are offered with the purchase of a vehicle in forms of a service contract offered out of our finance department. However, service, if you already have a vehicle, has prepaid maintenance plans that are offered. One's $219 and the other one's $299. It covers your vehicle for 2 years. It also covers roadside assistance, and that's available on any make or model that you wish to bring to us.
$219?
Yeah.
And that covers me for
2 years.
Get out of here.
5 services.
Don't get out of here, but
Services.
Yeah.
Not repairs.
Yeah.
it was still.
Like oil changes and rotates, those are covered.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to where we started from. I'm Al Bledsoe, and you're.
I'm Ron Chappell.
And we have as our guests, one is Bob Hayes. Bob, do you want to introduce yourself again?
Yep, my name is Bob Hayes. I'm the service manager here at Cronin Toyota-Nissan. I've been here almost 2 years. Grew up in the area all my life. I've got 40 years experience in the automotive industry. And Marcelle helps me run the service department. As a matter of fact, she does a lot of it for me. And this is Marcelle. Let you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Marshall. I am the customer service manager for service for Nissan and for Toyota, the whole store. I do the warranty management and I help with marketing in the service department. And then whatever else Bob might need assistance with.
Okay, so Bob has to oversee all the mechanics in the back. How many mechanics do we have?
Right now I have 8. And to touch on what we were saying earlier with the young people, we are developing a relationship with Richmond High School and with the automotive instructor there. And those young people are able to take a certain portion of Toyota training while they're in Richmond High School. It's a project they've signed on to with Toyota. So some of those people, when I get them here, already have the basic maintenance and the basic classes taken with Toyota, so I can progress them from there. So, not that I'm prejudiced against older platinum bearded people, but we do kind of focus on young people that we can grow and train how we want them to be and make a lifelong career here at Cronin.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it should be, you know, because once you get to a certain age, you just can't do it.
And like me, you get kind of set in your ways.
Yeah.
And
I've been told that a couple of times.
Yeah. And so I'm not opposed to that, but I think I'd rather have a person that doesn't think they already know everything than a person that wants to come in here and tell me they already know everything and not do things my way, because that's not the way I've always done it. So yes, we are open to anyone as far as training them to be technicians.
That's great. That is awesome. So they can learn at the high school level, come here. They'll be coming here off and on from the high school, back and forth. So when they graduate, they can actually just get a job here?
Yes. I don't have a job for every student, obviously, because out there, the instructor out there tells me that there are 100 students that would like to be in their automotive department, and they select like 25 a year for their program. I may be a little off on the numbers, but I'm really close. So there is a waiting list out at Richmond for people that want to get in the automotive program.
Wow.
What do you do, Marshall, when you get the paperwork? That's what I see mostly when I'm out here, is the paperwork that you do.
Well, basically, I ensure that if we have a warranty claim for Toyota or Nissan, it's submitted within a day or two to reimburse the store.
And Marcelle's also our customer relations manager. So if anyone's here and has their car serviced and has a problem with something that happened here, don't feel like they were treated fairly or something didn't get fixed correctly, Marcelle will reach out and we'll take all the steps that we can and make all the efforts we can to see that you're happy.
Or if you're in the store, don't leave angry. Just come see me. I'm always in my office there. I'll be happy to take care of it right then and there if I can.
Yeah, I think, and that's another big point with Cronin in the service department. You know, I don't really hear a lot of riffraff that goes on. Some of it gets, some of it you really have to understand that it's not necessarily the dealership. Sometimes the customer needs to rethink what they're doing. So in most cases, though, it seems like Cronin does everything they can to keep the customer happy and wanting to come back for service. So
that's our goal here, Al, is to make our customers, if they have a problem with their car, not have to try to figure out who am I going to take my car to get it fixed. Exactly. We like to keep you coming back here for all of your services. And then if something, when we do a multi-point inspection on every vehicle that comes through, and we will go over that multi-point inspection with you and tell you what you're doing good, the things that are in the green that are all good, the things that are yellow that will need future attention, and the things that need immediate attention will be marked in red.
Yeah.
So that way you have a feel for your car if you come here regularly and what may be needed down the road. I know emergencies come up, things break. You can't plan for everything, but regular routine service and inspection eliminates a lot of surprises.
Right, right. For $212 a year, or for, is that right?
$219
$219.
for the prepaid maintenance. You went back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying.
let's think of it this way: with the way gas prices fluctuate, you're getting that locked in at that price, so you don't have to worry about it. And the roadside assistance covers the charge of that all by itself, literally, if you don't have any.
You give a customer a car if they have a repair that's going to take a couple days. Do we give them a car, or do we just take them home? Or?
Typically, there is shuttle service that's provided. We have 2 loaners. They come as first come, first serve. So they may not be here, but we've partnered with Enterprise. And for a $50 deductible, which is 100% fully refundable, we can get you going.
So that's an important thing that's done in service about supplying a vehicle if you have to have one, but most repairs won't take a day, will they, you think?
Most repairs, no. Sometimes we, run into major repairs that we can't get that day. And we'll make all efforts to make sure you have a.
Yeah, the goal would be to get them, I think, in and out quick, rather than just stall them out.
That's the goal. Like Marshall said, we do only have a couple of cars, and we try to use those for emergency situations or situations where.
But the shuttle is always available, and it's always free for the customer.
Yep.
Well, service, because of my background, I guess, service would be more of a thing with me than the sale end of it. You know, you can sell anything, but you've got to be able to service it. You know, that's a big deal. To me, that's more of what goes on than anything else. It's a service.
Yeah. And that's what Kaleb was alluding to earlier, that when you buy a car here, there is special financing available, and a repair contract is one of those things that's available that will get anything fixed for a $50 deductible and have a rental car. So that is something in addition to the sale, but it goes through the special financing. But it is available, and like he said, it can be.
Do you fill out the, Marcia, do you fill out the, if it's a warranty thing like what Bob's talking about, do you fill that out, or does the customer do that, or who does that? Who does all that paperwork? If it's a warranty problem.
So I'm not sure I understand what you mean. So.
Okay, if I go in and buy a car and then I buy a program that fixes my car or whatever, then you fill out the warranty paperwork on it?
So they'll come in, so when you come in for your appointment that day, they call the warranty company and they'll specify whether or not it's covered.
Okay.
And it goes from there.
And so you fill out all that paperwork?
Right, I file it
don't
back.
have to mess with that.
No, it's all done internally here at the
That's
store.
an important step.
Yeah.
Yeah, the service advisor that writes the repair order when you come in for service will handle most of that and get it approved through the extended warranty company. And then, Marshall will submit it to the company to get us reimbursed for that repair.
Yeah, and they try to do that, I think, quickly. The goal is to get the car out back to the owner as quick as I think possibly they can. So,
and I think that's especially important to the veteran community.
Yeah.
Because, fixed income, and they need to know that wherever they go, that they don't have to go through a bunch of loops, to get things done, and it's going to be something they can afford. So that's good. Yeah.
Well, we're just about the end of another program, so we're going to talk a little bit more about the flags behind me, how that happened 7 or 8 years ago. We started out with one flag. We now have every flag, every conflict to my knowledge, in every branch of service. Some of them conflicts, some of them actually wars. We'd like to have a couple more up, but I don't know exactly where we'd put them. We also have a wall that has all the information on the technicians that work here and the service level that they're at. And then we have the Cronin Cares, which is immediately to a veteran if he needs help. If we know he needs help, the biggest thing is if we know he needs help, we're out there to help him. So
I think you guys got everything covered, looks like to me.
it's all stretched on a nice screen. You didn't know that. Well, if you come out here once in a while, you'd know that.
And I just want to add that I do appreciate all you veterans and everything you've done for our country, and I'm grateful for that, and we will do everything in our power to make sure you're taken care of because you're not forgotten.
Yeah.
And it's extra special to me. My dad served as well, so I really appreciate everyone's
Appreciate
service.
all that. With that, we're going to say goodbye.
Yeah, hey, we got to get out of here. Thanks for watching Proudly We Serve, folks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Cronin Toyota and Cronin Nissan are honored to partner with Proudly We Served, as well as the continued support of our local active and retired military veterans across eastern Indiana.